Dear students, these are more symbols. Okay, as I keep on telling you repeatedly, we will be studying all of them in detail. Right now, we are just looking at them. Okay, just as an introductory part. Tehsil boundary, the symbol will be shown as it is shown over here. Besides Tehsil boundary, there are many other symbols, such as you see here, the name is written sheet rock. These words will be already printed on a map, dear students, and whenever the rocks are found in layers, the term used there will be sheet rock. Then you will find some numbers here as it is shown here, a dot and a number, a dot and a number. Whenever you see a dot and a number written in black, that stands for the altitude of that place, and we call this dot and a number by the name spot height. Please remember, every altitude in a topography map is always shown in meter. So here the unit will be 200 meter. The next one is called, you can see here a triangle and a number written over here. This is called as triangulated height, and it is calculated using trigonometric ratios. Then you find a brown color line and a number written here is 180. This is called contour line, dear student, the lines that connect the places of equal altitude on topography map. Because the number here is written 180, so we will say the contour height of this place is 180 meter. If the number was 230 written over here along with the brown color line, then the contour height of this place would have been 230 meter. Okay, similarly the altitude is also shown with a letter BM and some number is associated there. That means it's a benchmark, and the altitude will be whatever altitude shown over there, as it shows here 63.3. so therefore we will say benchmark 63.3 meter. Now benchmark generally shows the altitude which is carved on a huge stone or one important place at a actual spot, dear student, such as a very big building at a particular spot, and on that building if the number is written 63.3 carved and then letters are written there BM, that means this building is at the altitude of 63.3 meter, and that altitude will be shown not only on that building but will also be shown in topography map. Then you see here a black color tree and a number. We call it by the name a surveyed tree, and the number written here, dear student, is 180. So this means it is a surveyed tree at the altitude of 180 meter. Okay, then contour lines are also used to show the symbols like a plateau if these are in oval shape, the contour lines if they are shown in a circular line, and if the number is less than 300, then we call it by the name hillock. If the contour lines are showing the altitude more than 300, for example here the altitude maximum is shown 430, so it will be a conical hill. This one is a saddle. So how exactly they represent saddle or conical hill, that will be explained separately. Right now we are only looking at introductory part. That means these symbols are shown on a topography map and what their meaning is. Okay, then if there is only an outline with a red color this way, it is called temporary hut. If that outline is shown here this way with a shaded part inside, it is permanent hut. When too many huts are shown together, it will be a settlement. Then a temple's symbol, then only a blue line, as you see here, only an outline is there. It is called as unlined veil. The well, dear student, which does not have wall around it. Next one is a perennial lined well. Sometimes around near that well, if you see the words as shown here, brackish words are written. That means the water there is salty. If the letters are written on a topography map as shown here, falls 7 meter, it means there is a waterfall of the height 7 meter. Sometimes contour lines are shown as broken lines. So now we don't call them by the name now contour line, we call them by the name form lines, which generally show the altitude of approximate altitude, I mean to say, of those region where finding altitude is a little bit difficult. Okay, so they give just a rough idea of the altitude of the place. Then if you see a black color symbol as shown here with a black color dots inside, it is a symbol of a dry tank. Okay, suppose around that dry tank you find a black color lines like this, we call it by the name embankment. And if a number is written nearby it as it is written here 3r, it means it is relative height. Okay, we will study about it in later part. We are just now looking at the symbol and its meaning. Then you see here a red color line with a number written over here in red color indicates kilometer stone. Sometimes you may find the words written annual fair in a topography map, dear student. It simply means it's a place where people gather once a year or maybe monthly in order to carry out trade or offer pujas to their local gods or goddesses. They also gather there in order to have entertainment, okay, and some trade, of course. Then you will also find those numbers, as I said, if it is a triangle with a number, whatever number, suppose 150, so it's a triangulated height 150. Now here number is suppose 324, so it is a triangulated height of 324. Look at this. Okay, a church will be shown with this symbol, a temple, a chhatri, a mosque, idgah. Then a dispensary. Dispensary is a place where primary health treatment will be given. A tourist spot. This is a camping ground. This is broken ground. Here you find wooded. That means when you see a green color patch in a map, it means it's a jungle. And we have seen what these black color dot with 200 written, it's a spot height, and this blue symbol here, blue color dot, is a perennial lined well. Okay, dear students, now after just looking at the introduction of the symbols, now let us look at them in much great detail. Okay, now we are actually going to look at the map, dear students, and how these symbols appear on map. Okay, now please have a very good look at this map. Now here you will find some roads. Now this first one is shown here with a dark magenta color. I am talking about this. This is the magenta color. The width of the road is slightly more as compared to this road. We call this kind of road by the name National Highway. Dear student, here if you can see the words are already printed on the map with the letters NH. N stands for National, H stands for Highway. So this is National Highway. So number is there written NH14. That means it is a National Highway number 14. Okay, then you will find another road over here, second one, and you will also find one more over there. This is now if the magenta color is showing the National Highway, then the next road is comparatively less in importance, so it generally shows a state highway. And if the road is shown with the yellowish color here, then it is a district road, dear student. which is comparatively less in importance than a national highway and a state highway. Now here you will find a black color line and the names are also written here, Western Railway. That means that black color line there indicate a railway line. So that means on a map these symbols actually appear with various lines. Okay, now instead of calling national highway, state highway and district way by their proper name, we can simply call them by a common term, that is metalled road. The meaning of the word metal road is a tar road or road that is made up of cement. Okay, so we can give. Now suppose in this map, dear student, if they ask you which is the fastest mode of transport, now so because here railway line is present, we will say railway is the fastest mode of transport in this map extract. Again, look in more detail. This magenta color, dear student, about which I was talking, we have seen. It is also seen here in the map. Look in the right top right corner. Now it is written here NH40. So this magenta color in a topography map indicate a national highway. So national highways are those highways which connect the capitals of the states, ports, and major cities, not only in a state but also in a country. They are connected with one another by national highway, and magenta color on a map indicate a national highway. Okay, now a state highway. You see here this front color which is shown over here. Okay, this is a symbol of state highway. This is also a metal road. Dear student, now if this is a state highway, you find here a stone. It is written here in Hindi language, Chipolun, which and below that a number is written. So it means it is a Chipolun is a name of a place which is 36 kilometers from here. So this stone is a distance stone. And on a topography map, dear students, you find here this state highway and a number is there 117. So this 117 is a distance stone on this state highway. Then you find the number is 118. This is also a distance stone. Please remember, distance stone are shown near a road. Suppose this is that road and the number is straight away printed. So if this road was shown, this road on a topography map, they would have written here 36, which means a distance of 36 is indicated by this distance stone. Okay, now a district road shown with which color here? Yellow color. You must have noticed that it is now becoming thin. National highways are broad. Compared to them, the state highways are slightly narrow, whereas district roads are narrowest among them. District road are shown here with yellow color. So where is this? Now see this. This yellowish color. This is district road. Magenta color, national highway. This brownish color here is, or orange color that is seen over there is state highway. A common term for all of them will be a metalled road. Now what this will be shown over here? Right, it is a distance stone. Okay, that means this distance stone is placed here. So from this district road, this particular place is 3 kilometers away. Okay, on a topography map, you will find a road and the number will be written in red color as it is shown here 3. So on a real topography map, it will be shown with a road and a number written over here indicating that a particular place, this road will be 3 kilometers. So we call it by the name distance stone. The other name, dear student, that we can use for it is kilometer stone. Please do not use the word milestone, because during British time we used to call them by the name milestone. The distance were used, the distance were measured in miles. But now in India we use the metric system and we find the distance in kilometer. Therefore the name for them will be kilometer stone or simply distance stone, not the milestone. Now a very important thing. Now this is a metal road, dear student, as it is shown with yellow color. So it seems like a district road, and here you find something written causeway. What is written there? Causeway. By the way, this black color line that is shown here is a dry stream. It's a dry stream, but this dry stream will definitely will have water during rainy season. Now imagine that this dry stream is flowing and a road has to cross this dry stream as it is shown here. This road is crossing this stream over here. So during the dry season, non-rainy season, the vehicles can easily pass. But however, during rainy season, this stream will have water, and to cross this stream, the government will construct there a causeway. What is causeway? So this road that is constructed here, student, this road that you see here, which is constructed here, is called as causeway. What is definition of a causeway? It is a raised metal road over a stream or a small river, which is constructed to cross this river or a small stream when they are flooded. So basically causeway is a raised metal road. Its symbol will be straight away, the words will be written over there, causeway, wherever a stream and a road is crossing, or a small river and the road are crossing. If the words are written on a map there causeway, it means there is such a road constructed over the stream or over that small river. You can see here another picture of a causeway, dear student. Here this is another picture of a causeway. This is also a causeway which are constructed to cross the river or the stream when they are flooded. Now sometimes around a road you may find, suppose this is a road, okay, around this road you may find black color lines. The lines which will be drawn around it are black color lines. They are shown in this next picture. See this. A road is there, and around that the black color lines, they stand for embankment. They stand for wall-like structure around the road. So this wall-like structure that you see here, this structure or this structure, this wall-like structure is called as embankment. They are constructed as protective wall in a hilly area. Okay, now see, now in this picture there is no embankment, so this is very dangerous. But in another picture, here is this embankment. See, this is a road around which those black color lines are drawn. So those black color lines are embankment on a road which are constructed as a protective wall around the road. Okay, this is called embankment. Okay, now embankment. Okay, now sometimes the roads are shown with broken red line, and these road red lines are broken, but there are two parallel broken lines like this. This is a symbol of unmetalled road. That means the road which is not completely constructed, under construction, We call such a road by the name unmetalled road. Also in local language, it is called as kacha road. Okay. Now, sometimes this kacha road, okay, is also having small stones on it. You can see here, the stones are put up here. And they might put soil on it and they level that road with bulldozer. Okay, so people can immediately start using it. It's not a tar road. You can see here in a symbol this double broken line. Okay, this way, as seen here in this map. This is a symbol of unmetalled road. Now, dear student, here words are written gravelled on this unmetalled road. So now if you see this road that is seen over here is not a tar road, it's not a metal road, and on this road they have put gravel. When a gravel is laid on the stone, on the road, the small stones or sand that is laid over there on the road which is unmetalled, then the road will be called as gravelled unmetalled road. Now they will lay the gravel on the road in order to stop too much of dusting of the road, and in rainy season the road will not become marshy or muddy. It will last longer time. That's why such a road will be gravelled. Another transport route in a topography map, dear student, will be shown by simply a red color line. As you can see here, this red color line simply drawn in a map. Look at this, another red color line simply drawn in a map. It goes in a map like this. It's a symbol of a car track. Car tracks are the tracks, dear students, on which the bullock carts move, or these are the patches which are formed because of movement of cart track. Many car tracks can be used for driving vehicle, okay, but sometimes, dear student, if you see a car track in a topography map like this, and if it is written on this car track, the words, suppose it is written motorable in dry season, which means you can use this car track to drive the vehicles during non-rainy season. That means during dry season. That means during winter and summer. However, this car track will become muddy during rainy season. So it's shown over here. It's shown over here. So then they become non-motorable during rainy season. You must have identified this, dear student. Okay, this patch is formed because of walking of people. Okay, we call it by the name, footpath. Okay, and a symbol of a footpath is red color dots, dotted red line, which I have just now drawn. It is shown over here, and in a map it is seen here exactly like this. Okay, dotted red line in a map indicates a footpath. Please remember, footpath is formed by feet movement of people. Okay, now another symbol. Now this is see very carefully, students. Now this symbol is shown here, red color broken line. Please remember, it's one only line, one line, red color, and it is broken. A broken red line, as it is seen here in this map. Broken red line this way indicates pack track. What is a pack track? As you see here, this track is formed, dear student, because of movement of cattle here. We call such a patch of road formed by the name pack track. So pack track is formed by feet movement of animals. We have already seen that various colors represent various features on topography map. Okay, yellow indicate agriculture and green indicate forest, white color indicates barren land and blue color indicates water. Now look at this picture. As I can see here, yellow color in a map, dear students, it means their people are involved in agriculture. I see here green color in a map. This green color, it indicates forest. Or you can also use the word jungle. Okay, now here you see white color. This white color indicates barren land. Sometimes on this barren land, you may find the words written open scrub. Please remember the meaning of the word open scrub is cactus like short stunted grass. Cactus like plants, also short stunted plants or grass is also growing over there. That is shown by the letters, I mean to say the words written there, open scrub. Now here you see open scrub, those short stunted plants. See here, such a short and stunted plants, dear student, where will they grow? Yes, they will grow mainly in a desert like areas. And wherever such a short stunted grass grows, people are involved in an occupation called sheep or goat rearing. If you see green color in a forest, that means, sorry, green color in a map, we know it's a forest. And when you see the green color, that indicates forestry, occupation in which people collect the products from forest. Then the green color, dear student, as we have seen, indicates a forest. Please remember that green color where forest is depicted, you can also carry out animal husbandry or animal rearing. And sometimes, as I said, if you see the white color, that indicates barren land. Barren, that means such a land is uncultivable. But if you see the short grass, small plants growing on it, then sometimes on a map the words will be written over there, open scrub. So as you can see here, open scrub, this is open scrub, this is open scrub that is growing over there. Okay, so open scrub is a short stunted grass, and this land that you see here is okay. Dear students, and some more features. Okay, on a topography map you will find this symbol here. Okay, it is called as a state boundary. This is state boundary, as you can see here in a, then sometimes the another boundary is shown here, as you see here, it is tehsil boundary or taluka boundary. The symbol that is seen here, dear student, is depicted in this map. Okay, now see this picture, yellowish color with a black color dots. This is tehsil boundary. Okay, this is tehsil boundary. This red color line, correct, it's a car track. This yellow color line, correct, it is a metal road, district road. Yellow color is seen, what is it? Yes, it is agriculture. White color is seen here, what is it? Barren land, correct. Then look at this symbol, black color circle with black color dots inside it, it is dry tank, correct. Okay, student, there is one more important term, contour interval. Okay, and index contour. I will explain these later on with great detail with the help of. Okay, now let us say, suppose this is a mountain. Let us say this mountain, this height is 0 meter, 100 meter, 200 meter, 300 meter. So this side will be also 300 meter. So if I join these two lines of equal altitude, I will call this line by the name contour line. Please remember, dear students, a line that joins the places having equal altitude on a topography map is known by the name contour line. Now this contour line over here on a topography map will be shown this way in brown color like this and a number written there 300. It means this line is connecting the places having altitude of 300 meter, and then these lines are drawn with brown color. Okay, I'm using a yellow color because it's a prominent color, you can see very clearly. If I use brown color, this is 200 meter, so this side also 200 meter above the sea level. So if I connect these places having 200 meter altitude, dear student, it is contour line of 200 meter. This is 100 meter line. This is 0 meter line. So that means this contour line is 0 meter in altitude, 100 meter, 200 meter, and so on. Now, please understand a very interesting thing. Suppose I draw here one straight line, dear student, and if this is a tip, so if this height is 300 meter, let us say this height is 400 meter. So if I draw here a straight line and I take a point here, then this line is indicating 300. If I join these lines with the above line and I connect this line, okay, now I take this 200 meter line, 200 meter line, I take it up. So this line is also connecting them. So I find I will start getting a circular structure like this. Okay, what does this circular structure indicate now? That means there is a hill here. This is indicating a hill. And what is the shape of this hill, dear student, that is seen here? It looks like a cone. Therefore, we will be calling it by the name conical hill. Now, please see again carefully. This line is here 300. So it means this line will be indicating height of 300 meter. If I take the next line over here, this line will be showing 200. That means as I go outward, the number go on decreasing. Now, dear students, let us look at it carefully. So suppose this is the innermost line, it is showing 400 meter. As I go outside, this one be number decreases. So this is 300 meter, then this is 200, the outer line will be 100, and then this structure which we have shown here is indicating a hill over there, and the hill is having a shape of a cone, so we will call it by the name conical hill. And please remember, they are shown with brown color. Now students, please understand that suppose this is a hill, okay, as I said, suppose these two now if this side is 100 meter above the sea level, this side is also above the sea level 100 meter. Suppose this is 200 meter, this is also 200 meter. So are not there other lines connecting the places here in between? Yes, there are. There are even smaller lines between them. Okay, now please remember, altitude on a topography map is found after every 20 meter. I repeat, after every 20 meter. So if here is 100, the next line will be after 20. So it will be 120 meter. Correct. 120. So this will be 140, 160, 180, this one will be 200. So 200 becomes a prominent number. Dear students, on a topography map, if this outermost line is 200 meter and inner line is 100 meter indicating, so this 100-meter line will be made thicker, and a number will be written there 100. Okay, outside that it will be as we are now, sorry, if innermost line is 200 meter, okay, as we move outward the number will decrease, so this number will be 180. As I go further out, 160, sorry, this is 160, this line, then this will be 140. As I go further out it will be 120, but when I go further out this will be 100. 100 is a prominent number. That means the numbers which are 200, 100, if I go further inside of this 200, so inner line will be 220, 240, 260, 280, and innermost will be 300. That will be again made prominent. Such a prominently shown contour lines are called as index contour. Students, if this line is, innermost line is 300, so if I go outside the number will decrease, so it is 280, 40, sorry, this is 280, so this one will be 260, this is 240, 220, and then 200. So the 200 length will be made darker, prominent, bold. Such a bold, prominent contour line is known by index contour. So index contour are the lines, dear student, which are again the contour lines, but they are showing a prominent number like 100, 200, 300, and so on. Now another important thing, if the innermost line is 300 and outer line is 280, so I find here is a distance of 20 meter. Then from 280, when I go further out, the number here is 260. Again, here is a gap of 20 meter. This gap between the two consecutive contour lines is called as contour interval. Okay, so contour interval is a distance between two consecutive contour lines. Two consecutive or two successive contour lines, the distance is called as contour interval, and its value in India is 20 meter. Okay, now the next feature. Now in a topography map, dear students, please remember the rivers are shown with a black color line if the river is dry, as you see here. Okay, so they have drawn a black line like this here and here. Inside that you find the black color dots. Please understand, dear student, when you see the black color dots inside a river, it means the river is dry, and this river is showing these black color dots, so they are sediment. Now inside this river you find one arrow. This arrow indicates the direction in which the river will flow. Now you know very well, if we go, this river is Sipu river, so this Sipu river is flowing this way as shown in this map with the arrow. So if the river is going this way, so if I go this side, I am going to south. If I go this side, I am going to the west. So I am going in between them, so it is southwest. So if the question is asked, in which direction does the Sipu river flow, so it is flowing in southwest direction. Now, what features are seen around this Sipu river? So I see here forest on one side. I find barren land on other side. Okay, that means this. If the question is asked that what features are seen around this Sipu river, so forest, barren land, and I find here agriculture is also done. Now, very important, dear student, that when a river is flowing in a particular direction, we have to look in that direction. So, if the river is flowing this way, so I will be also looking in that direction, and in whichever direction the river is flowing, so the one side will be the left side of the river, and other will be the right side of a river. So, for this Sipu river, this becomes right bank of a river, and this side becomes left bank of a river, because river is flowing this way. So on right bank of a river, I find mainly the barren land, whereas on left bank of a river, I find lot of agriculture and forest region. See this. Okay. If here is a river that is shown here, dear student, just now we saw this is a river. So on one side of a river, you find a forest. As we saw in case of Tipu river, and other side we are finding here barren land. This is barren land. On one side is a forest. As it was shown here, on one side there is a forest here, another side there is barren land. Okay, dear student.